Hello and welcome back to Med School. Our today's topic is about hormones. In this video, we will see what is the definition of hormones, classification of hormones, and what are the different type of hormones in our body. So let's begin with our topic. Hormones are the organic substance which are produced in small amount by specific tissue and it is secreted into the bloodstream which control the metabolic and biological activity in target cells. As you can see in the image, if a specific tissue is secreting a hormones, it enter into the bloodstream and reach the target site and after reaching the target site, increase or decrease the metabolic and biological activities. Classification of hormones. Classification of hormones. It is of two types, based on chemical structure and based on mechanism of action. Based on chemical structures, we have protein hormones or peptide hormones, which is insulin, glucagon, ADH, and oxytocin. We have steroids hormone, which is glucocorticoid, mineral corticoid, and sex hormones. We have amino acid derivatives, which is epinephrine, norepinephrine, and thyroxine. Based on mechanism of action, we have two groups of hormones, group 1 and group 2. We will discuss each group one by one. Group 1 hormones. These hormones are lipophilic in nature and they can easily pass through the plasma membrane. A hormone secreted by a specific tissue enter into the bloodstream and reach to the target site. As they are lipophilic in nature, they can easily pass through the plasma membrane and they get enter into our cells. The receptor for these hormones is present on the nucleus. The hormones bind with the receptor and there is production of hormone receptor complex, and this hormone receptor complex bring intracellular changes which is activation of protein synthesis. Then we have group 2 hormones. These hormones are non-lipophilic in nature, which means that they cannot cross the plasma membrane, so their receptor is present on the surface of the plasma membrane. It is based on second messenger for its action. Now components for secondary messenger is adenyl cyclase. Then we have R subunit, which is regulatory subunit, and we have C subunit, which is catalytic subunit. The R and C subunit are fused together, which denotes that they are in inactive form. As the hormone bind to the receptor, there is activation of adenyl cyclase and there is conversion of ATP to cyclic AMP. Now, cyclic AMP get bind to the regulatory subunit and catalytic subunit, and the binding of cyclic AMP cause dissociation of R subunit and C subunit. C subunit cause intracellular protein phosphorylation, which bring out the biochemical response. Hypothalamus and pituitary hormones. First, we have hormones which is secreted by a hypothalamus, and the hormones which is secreted by hypothalamus, it act on the pituitary gland. Hypophysis is divided into two parts, anterior pituitary gland and posterior pituitary gland. First, we will see what are the hormones which is released by hypothalamus, and then we will see what are the hormones is acting on anterior pituitary gland and posterior pituitary gland. Hypothalamus is a special center in the brain that functions as a master coordinator of hormonal action. Hypothalamus secrete the hormones which activate or inhibit tropic hormones. Tropic hormone is the hormone which stimulate the endocrine tissue to secrete the hormones. In simple way, all the hormones which are present in the pituitary gland are tropic hormones. Now we will see what are the hypothalamic hormones. Now we will see what are the different type of hypothalamic hormones. We have six different type of hormones. First we have thyrotropin releasing hormones which will act on thyroid gland, corticotropin releasing hormones which will act on adrenal cortex. Then we have gonadotropin releasing hormones which will act gonads in male and female. Then we have growth hormone releasing hormone which will induce the growth. Then we have growth hormone release inhibitory hormone which will inhibit the growth, and then we have prolactin release inhibit hormone which will inhibit the release of prolactin. These are the six hypothalamic hormones. Now these six hypothalamic hormone will act on anterior pituitary gland and they will activate the tropic hormones which are present in anterior pituitary glands. Now we will see which hormones is included in anterior pituitary glands. It consists of three groups of hormones. First group is growth hormone prolactin, which include growth hormone, prolactin, and chronic somatotropin hormone. Then we have second group which is glycoprotein hormone. which include thyroid stimulating hormones, which will act on thyroid gland, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, and human chorionic gonadotropin hormone. Then we have third group of hormones, which is pro-homeomelanocortin peptide hormones. It includes adrenocorticotropic hormone, lipoprotein hormones, and melanocyte stimulating hormone. In posterior pituitary gland, we only have two hormones, oxytocin and antidiuretic hormone. Then we move on to thyroid hormones. Thyroid hormone consists of two hormones, which is thyroxine T4 and triiodothyronine, which is T3. Then we have adrenal cortex hormone. Adrenal cortex hormones is also known as adrenocorticosteroids. It consists of three hormones, glucocorticoid, which is cortisol, then we have mineral corticoid, which is aldosterone, and then we have androgen and estrogen, which is produced in small amount. Then we have hormones, which is produced by adrenal medulla. The hormones which are produced here is known as catecholamines. It consists of epinephrine, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Then we have hormones of gonads. Mainly we have three hormones here, which is androgen, which is male sex hormone. Then we have estrogen, which is female sex hormone. Then we have progesterone. Then we also have gastrointestinal hormones, which is gastrin, secretin, cholecystokinin, and gastric inhibitory peptide. In this video, we have seen what are the different hormone producing glands and what are the hormones secreted by them. In the next video, we will discuss each hormone, what are the function of the hormone, from where it is produced, how it is regulated, and what is the effect of that hormone on the body. So stay tuned for more videos from Med School, and thank you for watching.